When Halloween gets close, every time you open social media, it's full of Halloween movie recommendation videos. But honestly, they are kinda the same. And of course, Tim Burton's movies are always the main guest of this party. Well, this video is technically another one of those movie recommendation videos, but I try to make it a bit different, so you'll see some Halloween films people don't usually talk about. Right, we're starting the list with Crimson Peak, a dark gossip love story full of secret and ghosts. The film follows a young woman named Edith who loves writing ghost stories. After a tragic event, she meets a mysterious and charming man named Thomas Sharp. After marrying Thomas, Edith moved into his old airy mansion in England, a place filled with strange noise, building walls, and buried secrets. As time passes, she realizes this mansion isn't just a house, it's alive. And the ghosts she once only wrote about are now reaching out to her, trying to reveal the dark truths hidden beneath. The second movie on this list gave me a serious childhood trauma. I mean, just look at the makeup of the character. Who thought this was supposed to be a kid movie? Honestly, I still don't get why villains in old Iranian kid movies always look so creepy and nightmare feel level weird. But anyway, I'll talk more about that in another video. The Iranian movie The Doll Thief might look like a cheap low-budget film at first, and well, it kinda is. But honestly, it has a pretty interesting story that even adults might enjoy. This movie is about a single mother and her two kids who are behind on rent and decide to take out a loan. But then the loan gets stolen, so the kids trying to help their mom and decide to sell their dolls. Until they found out that their dolls are actually alive, and that's when things start to get really weird. Long story short, it's like someone decided to mix Toy Story, The Emperor's New Groove, and Fight Club all together. The third movie on this list is more like a vampire parody, but it's still really entertaining. What We Do in the Shadows tells the story of a group of old vampires who have been alive for centuries and now live together in an old house in New Zealand. Each of them comes from a different historical era and has their own unique lifestyle and personality. Even though they're vampires, their problems are way more ordinary than you expect. One day, one of them invites a regular human over for dinner, but things don't go as planned, and instead of becoming their victim, that human ends up joining their bizarre vampire world. From that moment on, their strange lives turn completely upside down as they try to deal with this new troublesome roommate, all while struggling to survive in a modern world full of smartphones, social media, and way too much sunlight. The movie is basically a mockumentary filled with dark humor and totally ridiculous situations, showing that being a vampire isn't always as classic or terrifying as we think. The next two movies on this list are a bit more well known, and honestly, both are totally worth it to rewatch. The story follows three teenagers who notice a weird, creepy house in their neighborhood. A house that everyone in the era is terrified of, mostly because of its strange and grumpy owner. These three friends decide to figure out what's really going on, but as they dig deeper, they end up facing a whole lot of trouble, chaos, and mystery. The fifth movie on this list is one of the most unique vampire movies ever made, Interview with the Vampire. The movie starts with a young journalist who decides to interview a mysterious man named Louis. During the interview, Louis reveals that he's actually a centuries-old vampire and begins to tell the story of his life from the 18th century all the way to the present day. He explained how after the death of his wife and child, he was turned into a vampire by a charismatic yet dangerous vampire named Lestat. From that point on, it becomes clear that this isn't your typical vampire movie. It's something much darker and more emotional. And just a warning, don't watch this movie with your family. And that's it. The first video on this channel is officially done. I hope it helped you find a good movie to watch this Halloween. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe.